Hi everyone, it's Miss Megan and today is our STEAM lab. So what we're going to be doing today is building a haunted house. So what I have here are graham crackers. So that's going to be the walls and the roof of our house. I have icing. I picked purple because I want it to look like it's glowing purple. And I also have candy corn. It's a mixture of candy corn and candy pumpkins. So it's called a harvest mix. And that's all you really need. And I spent less than $7 on all three of those things. So it was a very inexpensive way to have some fun. I also have a piece of cardboard for my base. So this is what my haunted house is going to sit on. So I can move it around really easily. And then I'm also going to need either a knife or a spoon. I'm going to use something plastic so that I can spread my icing onto my graham crackers. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is wash your hands since you're going to be working with food. I already washed my hands, so I am good to go. The next thing that you're going to do is spread your icing onto your base. So you can use a plate. I'm just using cardboard because we have cardboard at the library from a box that we're recycling. I'm going to spread it out so that my walls will stick to the base. So it looks like this right now. Now you can make it any shape that you want. Your haunted house can be a small haunted house. It can be really big. It's up to you. And then you can also use the candy corn or the pumpkins in your yard. I've seen people do this with marshmallows that they make to look like ghosts, and they have them running up and down the house or floating up and down the house, which is actually pretty cool too. All right, so I am going to start with this as my base. And then I'm going to take my graham crackers and I'm gonna open them up. I'm probably not gonna use all of these graham crackers. So if you wanna make a smaller house, you'll have extra graham crackers that you can eat at home, or you can dip them in hot chocolate since it's getting to be a little colder, or tea, or whatever you drink at home that's warm. Alrighty. Definitely make sure you're doing this on top of a counter in your kitchen because it is food, so it's gonna get a little crumbly. So graham crackers have little dotted lines going across them. I'm gonna break mine apart, try to use the lines. Oh, perfect. And then I'm just going to make my haunted house a square. So I'm going to put some of my icing on the sides because, again, I want to make it look like it's glowing, which is pretty cool because then it looks like it's glowing through the walls, through the sides of the walls. And then I'm just going to prop it up. And if it doesn't stay the first time, you can always put more icing down, which is the nice thing about working with icing. And I'm going to stick them together like that. Okay. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing with one more graham cracker. I'm just going to split it in half. And then I will have my 4 walls. I have all 4 walls done. As you can see, as I turn it around. So I kind of put it right in the middle of my icing base so that I can put some of the candy corn all around it. And now I'm going to make my roof. So you can make a flat roof, which would just be, in my case, it would be half of a graham cracker and I would just stick it on top. You can make a roof that goes up like you would see on a usual house. You could make it any crazy design that you want, which is really fun because haunted houses are supposed to be a little spooky looking. So you can make it however you feel like a haunted house should look. Just for this video, so it's not super long, is I'm just gonna have a flat roof on mine and then I'm going to decorate the outside to make it look spookier. I made my flat roof out of just half of a graham cracker, as you can see. Now I do have the rest of the graham cracker over here and I did break it. So this is the half of the half. And then I broke the other one into little pieces. So I'm going to make a chimney because I feel like our haunted house needs a chimney. And I'm going to, I'm gonna purple on the opposite end too to make it look like there's purple smoke coming out. And you can shape that however you want to shape it. I'm just going to make it kind of look a little, yeah, that works. A little crazy right now. And if your pieces fall over, that's okay. You can always put more icing on it and pick up where you left off. Now that I have my roof with the smoke coming out of the top, I'm going to make windows and a door. So all I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna be very careful while doing this, is almost use my plastic knife like a paintbrush. And I'm kind of going to just paint the icing on. Now, if you have more than one kind of icing, you can use one icing for the window and then one icing to do like an outline of the window to make it look more like a window rather than just a square. Here is my house with the door, and then our windows look like this. So they're just squares. Again, if you have different colors of icing, you can put like a little line down and a little line across in the middle of the windows to make them look more like windows, but in my case, I only have purple icing. So here we go. Now, just to explain how this actually is a STEAM lab project, we are using our math skills by breaking our pieces of graham cracker in half and then in half again, so we're using math in that way. We're using art because we're decorating our house, designing it how we want it to look, and we're using engineering because we're actually building the house. And our next step is going to be to decorate the outside. So my house is already built. If you wanted to make your house a little bit more, crazy tall or really wide, it's probably going to take you a little bit longer to make yours, but just make sure that you're patient with your house and have fun with it. Now I'm going to start decorating the outside of my house, or my yard, I guess I'll call it. Now, if you wanted to decorate the actual house instead of making windows and doors, you can put your candy corn on there. You can put whatever kind of other candy you want to use. I'm pretty lucky I found the mixed bag of candy corn, so I also have pumpkins in there. So I'm going to put some pumpkins on the outside too, probably by our door actually, to kind of be like a guard of our door. Just like that. And then I'm going to make a pathway of candy corn. You could also use toothpicks if you want to make a fence. You can also make a fence out of candy corn if you wanted to. So I'm going to start with a pathway. It's okay if your candy corn is broken because you just put it in there anyway to make it work, which I just did. I used a broken piece. So my pathway, if you guys can see it, looks like that. Okay, it's kind of just going off to the side. And then if you wanted to use your pumpkins or your candy corn to decorate your yard, you can do that too. Mine doesn't look super scary because I made it kind of smaller. But if you guys wanted to decorate it and put those marshmallows on there, you can do that as well. And I hope that you tag me in some of your pictures or your videos. Or you can send them to us at our children's email, which is childrens@franklinlakes.bccls.org. I'd love to see them and share them with everybody else in my department, and I hope you have fun. See you later.